Поехали. Почему ты вообще... Чувак, нормально ты накидался. А, в то время был крэк. Или еще что-то такое. Опиум, стопудово. Бля, ну это такая жестко, чисто в таком говне. Так, ну давай, клеймойся, братан. Бля, ты плохо выглядишь, короче. О, геймплей. Блин, там какие-то месячные были, короче. А, это след крови он теперь. Че, может граблю взять? Интересно. Давай, поймем. О, селочка. Что он там хочет пить? Поговорим. Что ты там? А что ты говорит, я вообще не понимаю. Что ты, вот ты ее укусишь? Ну, конечно, ты ее укусишь. Да, что, его кровь пидом заболел? Брат, ну конечно, брат. Это, сука, инцестник. А? Да все.
Hold on, please, hold on. Mary.
Ну, началось. Че сестру-то водить? Иван, душная сестра была. Он стреляет, брат, бежим. Надо бежать. Сука, ты ее поцеловал? Блять. Инцест, фу-фу-фу. Я осуждаю это. Сука.
It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain!
Да что ты объяснишь, блядь, бежи нахуй. Объяснять им. Ты уж объясни, почему ты сестру свою поцеловал только что.
No! No! Don't shoot! This is a nightmare.
Че, быстренько.
I need to get out of here.
Ты до мне? Я пытаюсь. Я с тобой бегу, чувак.
This can't
Че,
be.
можешь что-нибудь взять?
No! Please,
Alright.
stop! I mean you no harm.
О, что такое сделал? Беги, Форест, беги.
Oh, Mary. What have I done?
Конечно, ты же
What's all
охотный
this about?
сестрочек. О. Квадрат, чтобы провести атаку в ближнем бою. Атаки, выносливость. Ага. Поехали, сейчас зарежем. Так, а чем можно легких кнопки? Давай. Туда можно пройти. Ну, нельзя. Понял. Может схватить этот просто. Ну да, не Хитман. Ладно, я понял. Так. Так а чё? Я спрыгну. Что куда дальше? Что ты говно? По-любому же вот так, типа. Больше не прыгать. Во.
Now I can defend myself.
Ну, конечно. Кто бы знал. Что сейчас будет махач? О, махач. R3. Я вампир.
Sorry, but you left me no choice.
Что это у нас тут? Что, ничего нельзя сделать даже? Так, стой. Резать их. Всех зарежем. Квадрат вообще. Это прикольно.
Who are you, stupid beast?
О, уклонение.
Sorry.
Ну так себе уклонение, конечно. Все, летаем. Кого зарезать? Ой, да это хрена тут.
No, please stop. Who are you?
Оп, я научился. Оп, оп, оп. Оп. Ах ты сыра.
What do you want?
Думаете, у бардача нет у нас приемов, что ли? Че, нет нормального оружия здесь еще больше? Ну ладно. Поехали. О, ну все, ну чё?
I mean you no harm. I need help.
Да, это я только что перерезал ты его. Чуваков, ты что, угораешь?
Please.
Ай,
Listen to me.
карак.
I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all
В смысле,
about?
тварь? Ну все, ты добазарился, короче.
What in
Что?
God's name? Do the rest of the job. Just leave me.
Жёсткий. Так, на солнышко не появляться, я понял. Это логично.
Feels like it's burning me to the bone.
Я понял. Такое себе. Чё там было?
I need to find somewhere to hide. Let me go!
Да что ты орешь? Ты говоришь, надо найти укрытие. Так не ори, сука, дело. Опа, не попали. Давай. Ших, 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 ших. Ты серьезно? Мне только это сейчас? Блин, куда? Сюда или туда? Я хочу туда.
Is anybody there? What is this place?
Блин, чувак, все против тебя, не надо кричать. Давай поиграем в фитнес. Не, ну игра, походу, уже стоящая, мне нравится. Может даже закурить сишку под это и вообще будет отлично. Нормально. Домик, в принципе, мне нравится в стиле Resident Evil. Вообще должны зайти. Опа. Что у нас тут? Ту-ту-ту-ту-ту. Какой-то дед. Ты что, его знаешь? Ну, сестру, да. Ты еще ее чмокнул. Блин, давай не будем об этом вспоминать.
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us,
А чё с
I
нами?
will find them.
ну мы отомстим стопудово. Я отомщу за тебя, блядь. О, шиллинги. Тут что, может что-то покупать? Так и знал. Коллекционный предмет. Кровососы не боятся ни солнца, ни огня, они не сгорают. На-на-на-на-на. Ни хрена тут всего. Прикольно. Поехали.
I had better remain here until nightfall.
Окей. Я тебя понял. Молоток давай возьмем. О, здорово. О, смотри, как бабку выдрали. Так она же из вампиров, походу.
Wait. This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this?
О, можно
Go
так.
watch.
Ну, все, я вас найду,
You
пацаны.
call it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
Так ты, так я
It's
жду.
impossible.
Ну, прикольно. Так, что еще можно сделать? Ничего. Слава богу. Ты странный тип. Смотри, какая-то картина тут вообще. Ну, прикольный домик, давай здесь заживем, нормально. Что, мне кажется, в это время можно было себе присвоить просто хату, вообще похуй. Кто ты, что ты, кто ты? Так. О, здорово. Застрелился. Наркоту взял, смотри, допинги. О, ствол, нормально.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No. There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing.
Да ты смелый. Нормально, я же говорю, жесткий.
It never got easy.
Короче, все, я четкий чел. У меня есть ствол. Будем решать. Прокачечка. О-ля-ля. Нет, все, эта игра, походу, совсем чётенькая. Блин, как прокон бы не забыть. Понятно, суицидник. Поспать? Блин, надо было еще хату порыскать.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it.
Ну, конечно. А то, что тебя со ствола стреляли и не умер, это все хуйня.
So be it.
Блин, дружище, плохо с самим собой разговаривать. Я считаю, ты со мной разговариваешь. Не читал свод дневников? Началось.
Rational thinking only.
Ты же говоришь это сам. Конечно. Блин, я же говорил, плохая идея, братан. А я говорил. Рубашку только не испортили. Угу.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Да, мы четкие. О, развитие. Че, придется шмалять себя постоянно для развития? Угу. Придется тратить опыт, без проблем. Аутофагия. Выберите доступный навык аутофагия. Оу, щит. Это аутофагия. Вы расходите свою собственную кровь, чтобы мгновенно восполнить здоровье. Допустим. Оу, щит. Угу. Вампиры отнюдь не бессмертны, они говорят. Они быстро регенерируют, настолько точно. Ага. Я тебя понял. Братан. Прикол. Наступательный навык. Так, а что тут есть? Когти. Удар с ближней дистанции, который наносит урон всем живым существам. Угу. Кровавое копье, ущищ. Вы бросаете созданное из крови копье, которое проходит сквозь всех врагов перед вами. Блин, вот это поинтереснее. Теневой туман, Вы размещаете теневое облако у своих ног или у ног цели, через который промежуток времени облако развеется. Мне нравится кровавое копье. Во, прекрасно. Теперь нажмите отдохнуть, чтобы сохранить изменения. А что, еще что-нибудь можно? Давайте еще когти посмотрим. Я понял. Окей, базар мало. Чувак, мы можем метать кровь. Ха! Это же лучше всего.
That voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me.
Да он главному принадлежит, я тебе говорю, смотри.
I must find him to understand.
Да найдем его, давай поразвлекаемся. Ой, друг, тебе повезло, что, короче, я, считай, твой аватар в твоем теле. Сейчас будем веселиться, тебе понравится. Я, бля, буду ща. Так, что у нас? Добраться до северного берега. А тут что? Положи... О! Ну и название. Слежечка. Так, надо разобраться. Пока не хапнешь, что не разберешься. Так, горожане в опасности. Прикольно. Основное задание метка игрока. Угу. Дуга. Ладно, я понял, тут пока нет такого. Чё, как это сделал? О! Треугольник. А, ну теперь тогда понятно, тогда нормально. Все, я понял, красота. Ой, друг, поехали. На-на-на-на-на-на. Ну, еще раз обшмонаем. Тихо. Кого-то слышу. Вампир же, блядь, не отражается в зеркале. Что за bullshit? Опа. Это как так? Это где-то включается как-то. О, алкашка.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Сразу это говорил.
Here's the Legion. Here!
Кровосос. Сам такой. О! Прекрасно. А прыгать всегда так можно будет?
My head's spinning.
Так мы уже выяснили, ты себя стрелял. Считаем супергерой того времени. Ой, книжечка. Там книжечка.
It's locked, all right.
Суки, хочу книгу. Чем мы умеем? О, что это? Старый кол. Значит, удар оружием для левой руки треугольник. Ни хрена себе. Это мощно, мощно, мощно. Базара мало сейчас. Ты знаете? Покажу только тихо.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End. Go back home.
Die, vermin! There's one of them vermin!
Укусить. Хо-хо-хо. Понеслась. Вот это было неплохо. Конечно, сейчас будем творить грязь. Сознаешь, брат? Просто... Жесткий. Давай, попробуй. На, мне тоже начинает нравиться.
Every fiber of my being is a fire.
Ха! Ты чё? Я понял, он прицелился. О, типа большой. Ух, это ты зря.
My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
Надо привыкнуть. Лучше, чем Эдвард Каллен в любом случае, да? Да. Короче, главное прицеливаться. А! Это лютый бородач. Я лютый. Ой, мне нравится эта игра. Чё посмотреть, посмотрим. Давай, я вступлю в армию. На изи.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what
Мы
happened
даже
to
не
you.
поняли, что это сестра. О, крысу!
For what happened to us.
Сожрал крысу, да ладно. Класс. Гадэм. Бабки со всех собирал, с нас же собирали. Наверное. Что там было еще? Крыску еще сажать.
I cannot enter. This is despicable.
О, жесткий.
The dizziness from the jump.
Просто лютый ассасин, чел. Что такое?
I can now control it.
Во, все нормально.
It's locked.
Ты боялся.
What will London have to say to me?
Лондон? Да ничего. Нормально, слушай.
It's locked, all right. I've so many questions unanswered.
Найдем ответы. Не ссы. Констант, что ли, будет? Бабки вообще валяются, что, балдели, что ли? Траншер. Состояние равен стабильное. Вот состояние блоков есть нормально.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it.
Нормально. Слушай, способность ничегошная. А, так ты Влад что
I
крафтишь?
follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant.
Сейчас Влад Хунда включим. Чутье L3, ну все.
Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. Where has everyone gone? I can't believe I'm doing this.
А я ожидал. Что я не повез на убежище. Прекрасно. У нас есть убежище. Мне это нравится. Пополнить. Конечно, пополнить. Чё, можно крафтить? Да ну, не знаю, пока не будем все разбирать. Такие сундучки. Нормально. Так, короче, все понятно. Хату на ночь мы нашли. Погнали дальше ходить. Опа-па. Угу. Я понял. Интересно.
At last, a little life.
Welcome, sir, to the Turquoise Turtle.
Так, здорово,
Good
чувак.
evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes.
Да,
I
я
apologize
бухал.
for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get
Он
worse.
добрый парень вообще. Ну давай.
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders?
Не, не слышал.
Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
По-моему, пса.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in
Я так и
monsters.
знал. Понятно,
It's
байки, байки.
easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
Это да.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
Фу,
This is
сука.
important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right
Ну
to come
там
and go,
что ты
don't they?
борщишь, надо по-другому с ним. Попрощаемся.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Да, сядьте на нее жопой, сука. Дебил, блин.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No,
Пятница.
thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know
Конечно,
about
да.
the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Нет, флиенция, что?
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here.
Эпидемия.
We're on
That's
our
pretty
own.
normal,
People
normal.
die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Что тут еще? Давай сел.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle.
Бирюзовая черепаха.
The last ray of light in this
А
dangerous part of
название
town.
дерьмо, брат.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
Красава.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
Хорош, красавчик. Вот нормальный тип.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still
Да,
here?
странный чел.
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Ну все.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
Пишет и читает. Интересно.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And, sir,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Да я не буду ничего делать, что ты нагоняешь жути, да. Все,
You again.
simple.
What can I do for you?
Да все, я подумал,
Thank
вдруг
you.
что.
Goodbye.
Бирюзовая черепаха. Название как у пидора. Давай с ней поговорим.
Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
Сыт, сука, стопудово.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir.
Заебу всех
First the
вопросов.
epidemic. Now all these terrible murders.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning.
Без
Drained
крови.
of blood. It's just horrible. Some say
Легенды не слышали.
sewer dog is
Вампиры.
The sewer dog.
Граф
What's
Дракула.
that?
no one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu.
Испан.
Yeah. Killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so
Ну,
many
нас
quarantine
ничего
zones
не
in London
влияет.
now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
Понятно.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, the Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina.
Сабрина,
if you
маленькая
wanna know.
ведьма. О, да, привет.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
Это понятно.
I'll leave
То же
then.
самое.
Thank you.
Вот видишь, не хотел со мной разговаривать. Нехорошая женщина. Ну нет, нам на второй этаж нужно.
He didn't deserve this.
Какой Джек, блядь, что несешь? Это типа вот так на второй этаж? Слава богу. Так, первая дверь.
This is no place field. Freewen has several patrols
Стража
roaming the area.
Привета.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
Блять, крест убери.
I mean you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word. With anyone.
Спасибо. Убери светящуюся
That's something
хрень.
I can do for you.
В задницу только.
And who might...
Социальный слой. Доктор. Сожрать его можно. Интересно. Ничем не болеет. Окей. Жрать можно, ну хоть так.
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
Вот так ответил.
You seem the expert. How would that be?
I have my secrets, as you have yours.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
На базаре то нормально. Так.
And what exactly is this brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
О, какой, бля.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless.
Вампир, значит, да?
It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
Помогите же мне, конечно.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We are both chasing the same shadow.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
Да-да.
How will
Что
you do any better
точкарик
than
можешь
I?
сделать?
But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
А что ты базаришь так? Что должен говорить?
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Да, помолись, пока тебя не укусил. Че, все, типа?
Please leave me alone.
Хуел, блядь. Я уйду, блядь.
I hope I live long enough to see them Red Boot boys get what's coming to them.
Эй, я слышу тебя. Ты бабки еще вкладу.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mom.
I cannot enter. If
Сабрину нужно
Swansea is
напасть.
not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight.
I hope I live long.
Someone must know something.
Кто еще, может, что-то со всеми поговорил?
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this bullshit mess.
Bullshit, man.
Are they stupid or something? I've never
А, да я со всеми уже по базару. Давай с этим еще. Это одно и то же.
May I disturb you again?
You're still ugly as sin.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Сядь еще раз. Лох.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Чужаков. Сам чужак. Необходима подсказка.
I think you're hiding something from me.
I hide many things from many people, sir. That's what my job's about.
Ну,
I think you're hiding something from me.
еще
I
раз.
hide many things from many people, sir. That's what my job's
подсказка.
about.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Подсказка.
It's a good thing you
Подсказка.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
Ага.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Ага.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk, as usual. But my God, his eyes. His face.
Huh.
He must have caught something awful.
Фу.
He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job.
Так, ща. Киса как-то не вовремя пришла. Давай, заходи, Пушок. Ух, завязывается лютая фигня.
A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will's very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Все ясно. Вот и подсказочка. Вампир для раздинавок, он нужна кровь, индикатор качества указывает, сколько опыта вы получите, если выпьете кровь горожанина. Прикольно. Прикольно. 1500. Кто у нас тут? Вот этот переутомление средств. Бомжара, короче, тебя я даже жрать не буду. Хотя за твой базар 30% ухудшение качества крови. Фу. О. Ух. Может, тебя я и сожру. Дружок, пирожок. Сука, бомж. Нет.
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Что там было? Ой, дружок, пирожок, ты попался.
You again. What can I do for you?
Конечно, я. Поехал.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight,
Yeah.
but he's not my friend anymore.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Блять, смотри, какой еврей хитрый, сука, как будто. Кто?
Who is he?
William, just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. Can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
Интересненько. Но все,
I
погнали.
need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What do you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Фу, какой-то грязь, сука. Какую-то просто хуйню. Грязно. Искать надо. Вы серьезно? Дайсон? Кто такой Дайсон? Нет, это черт. Плохой крови. Грязнокровка, сука. Оу, режим. Да не туда. Все, всем сюда.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city.
Прям город грехов. Не, ну лодка логично здесь, да? О. Здрасте, здрасте.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood.
Да это и так было понятно. Конечно, взять записку.
What's this? Some sort of note.
Ого. Так они все знают, значит, ну все.
These men, they're a company of professional
Так это типа Дин Винчестер.
This man was armed. He tried to defend himself.
О, у него прикольный пакет.
This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker.
Он кровь с бухлом пьет,
There are
неплохо.
blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Да какой? Я понял. Ебать ты следов, братишка, оставляешь. О. Стрелок стражи приема. Сопротивление. Типа там кто-то стоит. Значит, можно развлекаться. Окей. Не попал, брат. хороший. Так. Что-то у меня не включается эта фигня. Жестко, жестко. А, выносливость, блин, я и забыл. Твою мать. Противник магии, типа у него. Блин, а можно поставить ствол? Надо привыкнуть к этому.
It's locked, all
Ну,
right.
конечно. Кому вообще подумать. Блин, опасно. Ох, нехороший. Давай. Блин, я понял, надо ближе. Ну, наконец-то. Так и чё, вниз, вверх? Как? Ага. О, другое дело. Тут что-то чистокол мне не очень нравится. Давай, нюхач. О, близко. А. Ты что, крест ставишь, что ли? Ха! Самый смелый. Туда. Ты зря. Блин, четко в голову выстрелил. Еще можно было так сделать, да? Ясно. Что здесь? Здорово. Да, братишка, что-то ничего себе не вышло. Пульницу потратил. Алюминиевый порошок, окей. Зачем? Лупара! Йо! Лупара, сука. Охуеть. А где моя лупара? И что теперь? Во! Блин. Я думал, это перезарядить. God damn. Блин, становится жестким. Так. Нормальный синий кол. Кровишка-то здесь. Суки. Ну хотя бы жизни из этого не тратится. Эй, давай жраться. Сука, мышелов. Че, думаешь, забрать их? В общем, нельзя красться. Тихо, тихо. Тихо, тихо, тихо. Тихо, тихо, тихо. Прекрасно. Картечь, во. Замечательно. Так, погнали.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Это что такое? Я думал, это меч. Блин. Ой, кот, слышу. Ты кто? Сам собачий. О, что это? Старая коса. Отразить удар, если вы сделаете это вовремя, относите руку большого не глушите. Поехали. Не понял. Чё? Почему так? Я понял. Ну ладно. Так себе. Где этот дебил? Понятно. Бабки, 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 бабки.
This creature is bedeviled.
Сука.
I must put it down.
Чё? Это кто? Ой, чувак, ты чё? Я понял. Не. Кто жесткий? Кто тут папочка вампиров? Оп. Ты так можешь? На. Изи-бизи. Чё там было? Ну, мы пока походим так, или бля, может было лечить себя, точно. Ты че говоришь еще? Бабки, там были бабки, я помню. О. Убили. Вильям, можете сожрать.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Опа, на.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by skull?
You truly
Это как
are
он
a
Малдер
newborn.
Скали?
I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Ха. Вот цыпа. Да ладно, мы уже как ниндзя все делаем.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help.
Что-то за лодка, сука, почему, сука, руль там? Штурвал, точнее, правильно, да? Штурвал. Почему штурвал здесь? Как это работает?
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
Yes. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm
Всё
sure
пока,
he'll
брат.
take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Ну, правильно. Ты давай, старикан, иди. Пока тебя не скучили.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be
И
something?
что мне с ней надо делать?
Subspecies of vampire. I must find a place to analyze the blood.
И где эти проведу анализ его крови? Так, я не понял.
It's locked.
Серьезно, где-то надо? Ну ладно. Что-то сразу русский, кстати, нельзя сделать. Было бы вообще круто. Ну, в принципе, так еще все отлично. Даже вообще прям рад. Оу, можно осматриваться. Ну что ты, усач, мне скажешь?
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't
Какая женщина?
You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
Скаля.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator
Я думаю, что он рекламирует все
I
это.
thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St.
Понятно.
Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself. Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous. I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this...
Зараза.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes.
Какой ты продуманный, а,
What do you
сука?
say?
Сейчас здесь нет
It seems I
выбора.
have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan,
Ой,
this is
сука,
one for the book
обрадовался.
and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Б-б-б-б-б-б, поехали. Оп-оп-оп, держимся. Я знаю, как владеть чакрой. Че, опять вечная загрузка? Спасибо. Pembroke Hospital, ебой. Мы это сделали. Блин, игра, конечно, вообще стоящая.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes.
Флексит мною.
Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. I'm coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Сука. Фапает на меня. Фу-фу-фу. Так, что у нас тут? Кого сожрать можно? Обновление задания. Ага. Прикольно. Блин, 3000. Так всех сожрать, значит, можно.
We'll have a word in my office later, Jonathan.
И куда мне? О, это что такое? О, пырнул! Крыса! Вот это жестко. Блин. Ублюдок, а.
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse.
Ух ты, забазарил как.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Так. Чё? Угу. Какой у тебя? 500? Ну хотя бы не 300. Можно загипнотизировать. А?
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Вот так это делается. Это базарил, сука. Четкий.
In the back, you bastard! Didn't have the guts to fuck me.
Да что ты знаешь, ты был под гипнозом.
I'll kill you.
Райан пострадает в результате ваших действий. Ну, сорянчики. Блин, это было четко. Можно гипнотизировать. Сука, можно было гипнотизировать тех ублюдков.
To embrace its most intimate secrets. Such a burden, such a divine sin.
Сука, надо быть ассасином просто. Я мог гипнотизировать ложков.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
Ты опять плохо со мной
I
разговариваешь.
apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Ох, какая ты дерзкая.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Понятно.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Блин, просто могла проводить, а?
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Че, бабки еще есть?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun,
Опа!
remember, I may have something
Я так и
for
знал,
you.
что он замутит нам что-нибудь. Чего ты крутишь башкой? Давай к работе, брат.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Интересненько. Сейчас мы подсказочку что возьмем. Так. О, сестра подошла.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing in. I escaped from the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Опа-па. Медосмотр.
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm fine, Doc. Physically, at least. But I would give everything to be in a better place right now.
Какой. Ага.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything. And it's getting worse every day.
Просто нравится. Хороший чувак.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Отвечай, крутой чел. Понятно.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Базаришь, брат. Ой, нихуя. Че это? Дробовик Милтона. Че, можешь собрать себе что-то? Интересно. Для чего мне это все надо? У меня есть топор. Для чего у меня есть топор? Пять 65, 45. 72. Если мы продадим. Ага. Допустим. Блин. Больница, ага. Стой, брат, поторгуемся.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Что топор могу продать? Да, это бред. Ладно, я понял. Не могу с тобой торговать, да? Так, куда мы там с двором? Это самое. За это он туда.
Survive this epidemic.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed.
Поклончик,
I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me.
Я нашел
I am
себе
honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
Точнее, шестерку. И это хорошо.
I'll give you some advice, but understand that nothing beats practical experience, which can be exhausting and solitary work.
Of course, sir. And don't worry, I will never allow myself to be a burden, neither to you nor this hospital.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
Попался очкарик.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True, true. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time. Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Так, отличненько.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Aykroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
You think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones and flesh.
Такс. Подсказочки. Подсказочки. Подсказочки.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Увидимся, очкарик. Так, куда мне надо? Войти в сад с больницы. Где это? Я понял.
I wish I could be
Fear and disgust.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital.
Какую красавицу выбрал я?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Понятно.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins.
Всю кровь пьешь. Фу.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from
Прячется от врагов.
I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned?
I cannot see them, but I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the
В
morgue.
морг.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
Бля, со всеми пиздец, пиздец.
Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
Дрочер, короче, я понял.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of my blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars.
Ой, сука, больной ублюдок на голову ты.
If I could,
лишь бы присунуть кому-нибудь,
I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Понятненько.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Сука, там зараза, блядь.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Бодрячок.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Блин, сколько здесь людей. А я хочу в сад.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Здоровый хуй.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed.
О, еще один почитатель.
I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Старый знакомый. Понятно.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Позитивчик.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Задрот.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Come on, don't be ridiculous, dear colleague.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's not exactly the best situation in London either. I can't have expected this hospital to be prepared for what was to come.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please,
Если я по-другому отвечу.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's not exactly the best situation in London either.
Это сука.
I can't have expected this hospital to be prepared for what was to come.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Так, где у вас, сука, огород? Опс. Может, мне с тобой поговорить?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Личные вопросики.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke
Любовь морковь, что ли?
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore. does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Ну как у вас сложно все было, а?
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Понятненько.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them? Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tibbets. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Ща я тебя, сука, поймаю.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Иди сюда, старпёж, сука.
Good evening, Dr. Tibbets.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Есть, по твоему носу. В смысле?
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Come on, don't be ridiculous, dear colleague.
И все? Ради вот этого?
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbets.
Такое. Так, лучше я пойду-ка куда хотел. Так. Огород. А ты, щеночек, что можешь мне сказать?
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Да я тебя пытаюсь раскрыть. Сучка.
Goodbye, Milton.
Да, пока. Мне не интересен Милтон. Чё там? Как пройти, сука, ваш сад? Опять Милтон курит.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
Милтошка. Так. Блин, совсем базарить надо, ну что за говно? А ты кто? Питер Паркер? О, Питер Паркер.
I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed, yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Ooh.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
I don't see any reason why I should justify my actions to you.
That's true, Dr. Reed. The only judge has to be yourself. The question is, are you judging yourself hard enough?
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please.
Давай, да, поговорим.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
You are going to change your tone with me, my dear colleague, and very quickly.
I don't think so. Perhaps you think yourself protected by Dr. Swansea, but I am still a free man, and I will speak to you the way I want.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm...
Короче, 2000 опыта, да, за него дают, вот его надо захреначить.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure. But my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Young? А кто ты, Young?
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
If you are going to lead this surgery, I'm trusting you to assume the consequences of your actions, whatever the result.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from his responsibilities, Dr. Reed.
О,
There is no need for you to be looking over my shoulder.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Do you need my assistance?
Not at all. I'm sure that you are used to gaining people's trust with your impressive skills. Well, it will not be the case with me.
Я понял. Умный, умный.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
2600. Ух.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Ну, короче, в общем, вы поняли, у меня цветится джойстик. Я разгребусь со всеми советами, когда накидаю новых, типа, этих самых заданий. Сразу же засниму вам все. Спасибо за просмотр. Качайте эту игру на PS 100%. Пара-па-па-па.